Hello and welcome to this week's Meaningful Minute. I read a story in the Bible this week. It's in Exodus chapter 15, and it's where the Israelites have come out of Egypt and they've crossed the Red Sea and they're in the wilderness and they come to a watering hole, but the water is undrinkable. It's bitter. And so Moses asks God what to do. God says, cut down a tree and throw it in the water. He does, and the water becomes sweet. And that made me think about how do we go from bitterness to sweetness? And I think we can kind of talk ourselves into neutrality. We can say well, they did the best they could. But to get to sweetness, I think it takes an act of God. Let me tell you a story about that. It was a few years ago, and my mom had died, and I went back to Ontario to visit my dad at Thanksgiving, and a couple of his granddaughters were there. And there was a jewelry store that was going out of business. And so he brought us all to the jewelry store, and he was buying necklaces for his granddaughters, and he was buying earrings for his housekeeper. And he didn't buy anything for me. And I went up to him, I said, "Hi, what about me?" And he went, Oh, did you want something? I said, "No, it's okay." And so then I tried to work my way through this. I'm invisible, but he's doing the best he can. And then the Lord dropped a sentence into my spirit, and it was, "I am your true father." Bingo. That changed everything. I thought, my true father sees me. My true father knows what I need and gives to me abundantly. I have a true father. And I went from bitterness to sweetness in a minute, because I heard from God. So this week, if you're going through something and you're trying to work your way through it and talk yourself out of feeling bitterness, ask God for a word. Ask God to drop a sentence or a word into your spirit. And I promise you, it will make you sweet. You'll find the sweetness in whatever you're going through. So that's my challenge to you this week. Find the sweetness. And have a great week.